This is Chris, Jimmy, and Lucas here from Legendary Productions, and we are here to talk about our movie Assassin's Intent.
You know, Chris, it's great to be back working with you guys. I mean, how long has it been since we worked on a major project?
4 years.
It's been about 4 years since we made our last large movie like this. This was actually filmed at Fountainwood, and then we went back to Jimmy's house. This is in his backyard. And when he's sniping the guy, he's actually on the roof of his garage, which here, he actually broke the gun right there, which we had to fix. That was a big dispute.
You have to admit, Jimmy looked damn good.
Actually I provided the costume for the assassin.
Yeah, it was a woman's jacket.
And my sunglasses, which I have with me right now. So then Jimmy gets up the ladder, and originally...
This is probably the most biggest stunt that he ever did in his life. I mean...
Well, he had to stay on the top of this hot roof. It was really hot that day, and it's a black roof.
That was hot. Black jacket, black roof, 84 degrees, that's boiling.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
But you sucked it up and you...
I didn't suck it up, I just melted.
The scene at the very beginning on the road, we actually filmed out of Lucas's car. We were planning on doing a small montage at the beginning of this movie, but we didn't have enough time with the song that we added in here, so we cut most of it out. And we wanted to give it a quick, faster-paced action mood at the beginning.
And there's me.
And then we go to Lucas, who was intentionally supposed to be eating breakfast. We had to have Mountain Dew and whatever we could find.
Yeah, we didn't have any breakfast foods.
Yeah.
The only breakfast food we had was Cocoa Puffs.
And croissant.
Yeah, so that
there's
was his
our
first
fish tank.
time eating a croissant.
No one cares about the fish tank.
We only have one fish, and you can see it moving around in the backyard.
I didn't even
It looks like it's dead.
I didn't really even pay attention to
It
that
did
when I was
die.
making this movie, but yeah.
Where'd you get that idea of that background effect? You know, with that white in the background, you know, when it...
Me, I was the one who was the visual and cinematic producer of the film. And
I'm the one with ideas.
I envisioned this in my mind, and I wanted it to be very bright background to contrast to the dark opening.
It almost looked like the Pirates of the Caribbean scene from...
That is from it.
At World's End, yeah.
That's
with the peanut.
That's where we got that sound effect from when it initially went to white at the beginning. It was inspired by At World's End, which is a common practice in movies like this, where you're going to a really bright scene, which on a large screen is almost blinding.
That would have been funny for like a little bit of a parody of that. You know, I had a roommate. He's gonna eat like a breakfast or something. I shoot him in the head like my breakfast.
Right here, Jimmy's dad was working outside, and you can kind of hear the music playing.
We were laying down
I tried to turn it down. Yeah, he was laying down brick on his patio, which you can see him right there, which I had to edit him out. I don't know why Lucas said that line.
Because the light on my...
you were kind of mad. You were kind of mad about us putting the light on there.
That was kind of... To be honest, it looked kind of a little bit...
Well, you got to think about the movie.
Yeah.
Well, we did put it on the wrong side.
It's fine.
Yeah. Wait, did the family here complain a little bit?
Well, they laughed when they saw it when it was on the wrong side.
Well, that's fine. This movie's meant for entertainment. If that's what it did, we're fine.
But overall, they liked the movie.
Yeah, turned out good.
Yeah, and there's driving me off.
And
Now this scene was kind of a little bit weird to shoot because you had all those cars.
Yeah, we were on the side of the
passing
road.
by.
This was the most public place we had filmed yet.
And we actually had a police officer come by and say,
Oh yeah, I had to put the siren.
A cop. Yeah, we're like, quick, turn off the light.
Yeah, because I thought, oh god. I mean, and your mom and dad is just like. What was their reaction about that? I mean, were they just like...
They're like, well, now you did it.
Surprisingly, they still...
And the little bag of crack.
Oh, yeah.
And sugar.
This scene in the front driver's seat was Jimmy's little brother, Daniel. He was initially supposed to be there, but he had to leave during filming. And
you can see them moving around in the background in the car.
Yeah, and he also provided those traffic cones that we had set up around.
He was the one with all, like... Scene. Everything, everything.
Most of the props.
Yeah. Okay, this is us.
Talking.
Yeah, talking.
We have to do, and then there's our blood made out of starch
That was made out
flour.
of cornstarch, flour, food. Yeah, we didn't have enough food coloring, so it looked kind of pink. But next time we'll make sure.
I guess it just proves that. I guess Joe must have gotten really wasted or took too much crack.
I told you you put it too much water.
When it dried out, it started getting lighter.
I'm surprised that it was able to like.
You know what? I
disappear.
found out Daniel's shampoo his Axe shampoo literally looks like blood. I'm not kidding. It's like jelly type.
Oh wow.
Well,
Use,
whatever works next time.
Yeah.
We,
Well,
we
I
did
mean,
this on really
it's-
short notice.
Well, I mean, this is kind of like, probably, we haven't done like a major project like this in a long time.
Here
since
comes the
Perfect
worst
Blue.
acting of the movie.
Oh God. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, but
We do
Joe
live-
cannot act. I mean, look at that. I mean,
yeah, I almost wanted to. That was the second time we shot that scene, and it was just as bad the second time. But
Yeah.
I think it may have been better.
well, at least he did the. Well, yeah. I mean, there were some who were good, some who were bad. Well, at least he did the job. I mean,
Well, this part when I was driving the car, the glasses that Chris gave me were a little too dark and off screen. I accidentally over.
I like right here when Jimmy parked the car. He put it in park and then he revved the engine
never-
and exited.
he slammed on the gas, and his dad got pissed off.
he's
I
Jimmy,
can't-
you're never gonna get your license, dude. You're-
Well, it's kind of hard.
This part
It's
was
not that hard.
very poorly filmed. The way I wanted Jimmy to frame the shot, that's the reason I had the camera most of the time. Whatever the
Plus,
shots
we were
were.
running out of batteries.
You're not a very good cinematographer.
You're
I'm
running
sorry.
out of batteries too.
Oh, this
Batteries
here-
did
this
keep
is-
running out.
yeah, this,
Next time,
I love
and there
this
goes
shot.
our Mustang.
Yeah.
that was a pretty good shot. Except I think we should have a different camera angle instead of going back to him. We should have like paused it and like showed him
Yeah.
separately.
And I really want to know why Lucas was on the ground.
because
And
I
there
was
goes the
I was
car.
trying to shoot the tires.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter.